Hey guys, I am done with my second year of vet school. Very excited. I had to do a project for my clinical skills class. I had to do a physical exam on one of my own pets and videotape it. Normally, we would have done a physical exam on a pet that we've never seen before in the hospital, but with COVID keeping us all at home, we just did it on our own pets. And so I videotaped it and submitted it, and I wanted to show it to you all so you can see how I do my physical exams. Now keep in mind, I didn't have any tools other than my stethoscope, so I didn't do like a full ophthalmic exam. I didn't look in his ears with an otoscope or anything like that. I also didn't take his temperature because I did not want to stress him out that much. But yeah, I kind of did my version of a physical exam, and I talked through it so you guys can kind of see how I think about it. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments, but otherwise, enjoy. Okay, this is Kovu. He is a 16-month-old male neutered corgi. He is my dog, and I'm going to do a physical exam on him. So the first thing I start with is assessing his mentation and the way he's moving about the space, as well as looking at his respiratory effort and rate. So his mentation, he's bold, alert, responsive for sure. He does not appear to have any increased respiratory effort. And I'm gonna attempt to get a rate. Hi, he's okay. Come here. He's okay. Got about 28, but I'm gonna double check it when I actually listen with my stethoscope. And then I am gonna go ahead and listen to his heart and lungs. Can I see? I'm also double checking that his pulse is synchronous with his heartbeat, which it is. I got a heart rate of about 70, which makes sense to me. He's been running around a little bit. His heart rate's increasing a little bit. He's very confused. Good job. His lungs sound clear. And I did not hear any murmurs. Next, I'm gonna get started at looking at his face. So first I wanna assess for facial symmetry. Make sure that all the muscles are nice and symmetrical. His eyes are bright and clear. I see no discharge from his eyes, nose, or ears. I don't have an ophthalmoscope, but his sclera is white, non-injected. There's no conjunctivitis, tearing, squinting, anything like that. Again, there's no discharge from his nose. Quick peek in his ears. I don't see any obvious discharge. I don't have an otoscope, but there's nothing obvious there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and look at his gums. He's got moist pink gums. The CRT of less than 2 seconds. His teeth look great. No gingivitis. He's got normal occlusion of his upper and lower jaw. Go ahead and open his mouth. He's got a gag reflex. So his, let's see, 9, I think 11 and 12 cranial nerves are working. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to feel for his submandibular lymph nodes. Found that one. Yep, they're both small, round, non-painful. I'm trying to find his pre-scapular lymph nodes, which are hard. Oh, there it is on that side. And there it is on that side. Both still small. I'm gonna palpate and see if I can't find his axillary lymph nodes. I don't necessarily expect to be able to palpate them easily. And I can't, which is probably a good thing. Try to sneak up here and see if I can find his inguinal lymph nodes within his fat pads. Again, I really can't, which is probably a good thing. And then reach back here to his popliteals. Hi, you being a good boy. I can feel those guys. And they're both small. Okay, so now we're done with his head. I'll go ahead and face him the other direction. Hi, you being a good boy. And go ahead and begin to palpate his limbs. And I'm just palpating for symmetry as well as any pain. I'm not going to do a full orthopedic exam because he has no concerns, excuse you. But I just want to palpate the limbs as well as stretch them forward and back. You're okay. Good boy. Good job. Other than his annoyance with me playing with his paws, which is normal, I don't feel any obvious pain or discomfort. Hey, you're okay. I'm gonna attempt to feel his stifle, although a holder would make this a little bit easier. Here you go. So I'm just gonna try to extend his stifle back and try to pop his kneecap out, which I can't on that side. You're okay. I know, this is weird. There you go, good job. It's okay. And then same thing, palpating his joints and flexing them, just looking for any signs of pain. Again, he's fairly annoyed with me messing with his legs, but I don't think that he's painful. And then we're gonna try to do some abdominal palpation. So I can just feel his intestines kind of coming through my fingers. I'm trying to be really gentle because he's not a huge fan of this. But I don't feel any, certainly no fluid, certainly no masses. Don't feel any doughiness. I'm gonna try to take a feel of his bladder, which is difficult sometimes. Yep, so I can feel his bladder. I would say it's moderately full. No like hardness, or doesn't seem to be any discomfort or anything like that. Just gonna palpate down his back. Again, just make sure that there's no major pain. He is looking at me, but kind of just from knowing him, I don't think that that's pain. I think that that's confusion. You sit up. So if I didn't know him, then I might want to investigate him kind of looking back at me, because it is pretty repeatable. But he's moving around completely normally, so I don't think that it's pain. I'm just gonna move his neck a little bit and see. Good job. Good job. Neck definitely doesn't seem painful at all. And then we're gonna take a look at his skin, try to find some skin through his very thick coat. And I'm just looking for any evidence of skin infection, parasites, crusting, anything like that. I know I can't see every inch of his skin, but I just want to try to do a pretty thorough look. Definitely try to look back here by his tail, because that's where fleas would live if they were there. I don't see any evidence of any parasites. Hi. And then we'll see if we can't get a good look at his belly. Good. And keep looking at his skin there. I'm not going to extrude his penis, but his prepuce and sheath is no swelling, all appears normal. The skin of his ventral abdomen is nice and clear. No redness, no crusting, nothing like that. I'm also not going to take his temperature, but he's got no evidence of diarrhea, no discharge, no swelling around his genital region or anything like that. Let's see, what am I missing? Neurologically, as I said, his mentation appeared quite normal. Just checking his palpebral response, which is intact. I don't actually have a light source to check a PLR, but that would be something that I would do if I had an ophthalmoscope. I think that's it. So I would call him a very healthy young adult corgi. I don't have any concerns for him at all, other than he needs a nail trim. That's it. Good job. Another treat. You sit. Good job.